to be my friends on Facebook, to connect with me on LinkedIn, to show me where your blogs are if you have one. Those are things that, again, we're going to do after this class to somehow test our commitment to these new strategies. So let's go ahead and get moving here.
Okay.
So why social networking? Again, we talked about this in my opening, but again, it is necessary. There's nothing working against you more in trying to market your book than if you are not socially connected through online technologies. Unless you are in a specific niche, for example, you're a trainer, that your only market is going to be those 30 people that you're meeting with twice a week as a trainer or consultant. Any other option that I've seen anyway, or unless you're just publishing for friends and family, which is like a family history book, you need to be online. And honestly, even those other professions that I just talked about, or the other purposes of publishing and marketing your book, can find advantages in being online. So as many authors that I speak with that don't want to get online because they don't understand it, it's a critical aspect of your overall success. So it's necessary that you be there because it provides you the opportunity to showcase and sell your book. It gives you a home on the internet, but also it gives you a way, the next line here, is to reach thousands of potential readers. I was talking to one of my authors last week, and that they're going to libraries locally. They're going to local events, and they're trying to find their audience that way. But the odds of, especially if you're in nonfiction, if you've written a book on how to repair a 67 Mustang, you're not going to run into those types of people every day. There may be some physical groups that you can go to, but there is not only a national, as you know, but an international audience for a book like that. And so social marketing, using the social media technologies, gives you the opportunity and the technology to reach and find and interact with and influence potential readers to buy your book. And it gives you the opportunity to build a following, which is not only critical for this particular book, because it's going to take some time. It always does with your first book to build that following. But what is so great about social marketing is that you build this community over a period of time that is an ace that you have in your deck of cards for your next book. Even if it's on a different subject, you have a built-in audience that already knows about you, and that you've built some credibility and you've built a reputation for your next book. So that's why social marketing is so important in today's world. It gives you the opportunity to learn about your market, because especially with your first book, you're not sure how it's going to be perceived. We all have our best hopes that everybody's going to love it, but social marketing is that first way of hearing about any deficiencies in your book. And honestly, I focus more on deficiencies than I do the positive attributes, because the deficiencies are the things that you want to know about as soon as possible. And I've worked with authors in which, because of the initial feedback that we received on their book as soon as it came out, or even prior to it coming out, because they were posting in Facebook, they were posting notes that included a chapter or a few paragraphs of their book. If they received some feedback that showed that they maybe weren't correct, or that they showed that the characters that they were describing weren't consistent between, say, one chapter and another, or that the flow in which they were describing a setting, or how they were providing a plot, or how they were writing a plot, just wasn't holding their audience. In many cases, they were able to fix that before their book is published. But even as soon as their book comes out, we've made changes to the book once it's been published, because it gives you that opportunity that in traditional publishing you don't get. I mean, they're printing 10,000, 25,000 copies, but you have that flexibility. This is more of a publishing mechanics and process than marketing.
Right.
But at the same time, social marketing gives you that opportunity to learn how your book is going to be received before it's out there getting exposure, aggressive exposure to the masses. And that is a positive, even though sometimes the initial feedback is negative. Google visibility, all of these social marketing sites, if you manage your preferences right, can work for you on Google. Somebody types your name, types in the name of your book. if you type in Henry Hutton into Google, you're going to find my Facebook page very quickly within the top 4 or 5 listings. So these can work for you that way. Also, it is fast and efficient, again, where you can build your own website manually or get somebody to do it for you. That can take weeks or even months to do. These sites are already there for you, and you want to take advantage of them. But more importantly, you're going to want to take advantage of them as an author, and those are things we're going to talk about in a little more detail. And I put this last one here in that it's fun because it's meant to be fun. If it's not fun, you're not going about it the right way. Because as an author, you're not thinking as an author if you don't want to hear from your audience. And you want to inspire your audience to enjoy your book and to buy your next book. And those are things that can be fun when you're actually interacting with your readers. Otherwise, you're just sitting in a corner. And there are authors I've worked with. I just don't think that's the right way to pursue publishing and marketing. But if you want to be out there interacting with your audience in a virtual way, because you can't be at 20 book signings a day, but you can interact with 20 different people in 20 different states or 20 different countries about your book and learn something and touch their lives while they're touching your lives, that will make social marketing fun.
That sounds great.